Hey everybody, this is Gio. This is my 2017 SCR950, same motor as the Bolt. I've only had it for about a month and a half. It's 2019 right now, November, but I got it 0 miles for a steal $3,000, $5,400 out the door. Guess it was sitting there too long. Anyways, so it originally came with the Scrambler look, and I've kind of been turning it into a cafe racer. So I changed the handlebars on it. It had the kind of like motocross handlebars. I bought some clip-ons on Amazon. Had the forks come up a little bit after I took off the handlebars. That's an inch deep right there on both forks. To kind of dip it down a little bit from the front to get that little cafe look. And then I got the clip-ons. I did buy some mirrors for the ends, for the tips on the handlebars, but I didn't like the look, and I ended up putting on the original mirrors, and I kind of like the look. It looks a little retro, so it has a cool look from the front. Left the tires on it. I mean, most of it's still original, just added some stuff. If you've seen these bikes, you know that the turn signals and the brake light all come in the back, and that it had like an extension for the license plate. I ended up buying a side mount for the license plate. Took off the turn signals from the back, and I actually added them right here to the side. So that's one. Here's the other one. And where they used to be here, I actually took the reflectors that were on the bracket for the license plate, and I actually put them here just to keep, following California law. Don't want to get into trouble. So that's what I've done. Oh, and I also changed the front turn signals also, because the original ones were actually mounted on the top bracket. So with that said, I couldn't have the clip-ons come all the way up here, so I had to get these, which I could push all the way down, because the other ones, they're actually screwed to the top bracket, and if you unscrew them from the bracket, they move, they don't tighten, so they have to be screwed to the bracket to be able to stay in place. As for these, they actually tighten on their own, so that's what I did. I bought, it was actually the set of 4, so it was these 2 in front and the ones on the back. There was a little hole here. I didn't know what it was for, but I actually took advantage of the hole, and that's where I popped in this sucker. To do that, you take off this little number plate, and you get into the seat, and there's just one screw holding the seat in, and once you unscrew that, you pull it out forward, and you take the top off, and you could get in there. But I did actually take the back fairing off, the fender. You have to take the back fender off to be able to take off the license plate bracket and everything, but it's pretty cool. It has a really nice look. It's really different from the way I got it. Really looks nice. It runs better. Actually, when I went from the regular motocross handlebars to the clip-ons, it felt a whole lot better riding it. When I had the regular handlebars, I felt like maybe a couple of times that the bike was going to leave me just standing there, and the bike was going to take off. And now that I have the clip-ons, I'm kind of leaning forward, because it's a powerful bike. Now that I'm leaning forward, I'm kind of on top of it, so I'm not afraid of it taking off anymore. I'm not afraid of it, throwing me off the bike, and I'm in front of it. It actually feels pretty good, a whole lot better. It had a wobble before. These Yamahas, the Bolt and the SCR950, are notorious for a speed wobble. And when I changed the handlebars to the clip-ons, it kind of went away, maybe because they pushed down that bracket or something. I don't know what happened, but it did change. Another thing that happened, when I got this stuff changed, I went into a Yamaha dealer here in Mexicali. I'm in Mexicali, Baja California, but there's a Yamaha dealership. I had originally went for them to do my brake and oil change, and I asked if they could do these minor aesthetic changes for me. And when I went in, they actually ended up giving me these new levers. for free. So these are not the original levers. They came off of, I don't know what bike it was, but it was more of a street bike. And the ones that came with the bike are, you know, a little bit more retro. They're just like roundish, kind of like the motocross type, and these are more the street bikes. So that was something really nice that they did for me. I haven't changed the exhaust, same everything. It's kind of dirty, but the look is pretty cool. I like the way it looks. Let me turn it on for you guys. Yeah, if you live in a border town, this is really good for crossing the border daily, because usually lines can get up to about 2.5 to 3 hours long, and on this bike you go and you're through the line in about 5 or 10 minutes.